Hey, it looks like I'm live. So it's good to see everybody this week. So here is an update for what's coming in week 2 of Online Chem 104. We're going to be starting our discussion of organometallics. So let's see where we're at. The readings from this week are going to come from this chapter 20 PDF. This is a edited version of a textbook chapter that I've written for an upcoming inorganic chemistry textbook. We're not going to cover all the material in this chapter, but I'm providing it for you if you want to read some more of it. I had these links earlier in an earlier handout, but the organometallics hypertext book is a really good resource for organometallic chemistry, and then George Stanley's book is also very good if you want to dive a little bit deeper on some of the topics. All right, so there's going to be 4 lessons this week, and I'm thinking right now that I'm going to be dividing some of these lessons into 2 videos. I haven't decided for sure yet, but the first 2 reactions are oxidative addition and reductive elimination, which will be pages 1 through 10 of the reading. The second 2 reactions are insertion and elimination, page 11 through 25. I want to point out, I would like you to do one of the homeworks before you read pages 11 through 25 this week. If you scroll down here, the third homework, I want you to do the insertion guided reading handout as homework before you do the reading. I was planning to do this homework in class this year for the first time. I've never done this before, and I'd like you to try it and submit your responses to Sakai. Even though I said I wasn't going to collect your homework during this part of the course, I do want to see what you've done here because it's new and I want to see what your answers are. So try to do that. If you forget, it's not a huge deal, but I want you to try to do the guided inquiry before you do the reading. Lesson 3 will be on catalysis. We're going to cover hydrogenation and hydroformylation, 2 sort of classic reactions from the field. And then the lesson 4 will be more catalysis, more modern reactions, so Suzuki coupling and CH bond activation. There's 4 homework problems this week, so write out a detailed mechanism for oxidative addition, read the Goldberg paper. Let me talk a little bit about that. There's a guided reading and a primary literature paper by Karen Goldberg, this is one of my favorite papers. I always teach this paper. It really goes into a lot of detail about oxidative addition and reductive amination. We normally do this as an in-class discussion, and since we're not doing that this year, you may not get everything in advance. So do your best on this to check your answers and get your answers before you look at the key, and then the key has a lot of details in it. And there's also a bonus key that goes into even more depth, so take a look at that as well. We already talked about the insertion homework. And then the 4th homework is a catalytic cycle for a new reaction that we didn't cover in class. And I want to emphasize, that you are getting additional practice in assigning the valence number, the ligand bond number, DN count, valence electron count, and classify the compounds by the covalent bond classification. So that's a really important skill, and you're going to use that skill to assign the steps of a catalytic reaction. Next week's reading is going to be on bioinorganic chemistry. This will also be based on a textbook chapter that I've written, and I'm looking forward to teaching you that. So have a good week. Look for the rest of my videos when they go live later on.